Yes, it does.
You just hate kids.
I do, but like having never gotten married, not married, not kid, that definitely closes that gap. Anyway, the point being...
I don't like how you just made that point and then said anyway really quickly before I could refute it. Anyway, did you learn that in debating class?
So Bill Maher just had Bill Burr on Club Random. Ah, what a dream come true for me. Every time Bill goes on another person's podcast, you can pretty much guarantee he's going to try and crack some jokes and bust the balls of whoever the host is. He notoriously has done it to Ethan Klein of H3H3 and Theo Von.
Yo, we're talking about, welcome to the Bill Burr recovery group.
Yeah, I went into therapy after that episode.
Did you really?
I'm not even being kidding. I mean, I was having a depressive episode for a long time.
Right.
And I had these antidepressants next to my bed for a long time. And
you were taking them?
No, I hadn't decided to take them yet. I was hesitant.
Yeah.
And after that episode with Bill Burr, I came home, and that's when I started taking antidepressants, and I went to therapy.
Wow.
It was soul crushing.
Crushing souls aside, no one's balls deserve to be busted more than Bill Maher. And this episode did not disappoint. Bill Burr comes in hot. He roasts Bill constantly, from his outfit to the words he uses.
Next generation. Like slacks
These
were
are
still a
jeans.
thing.
These are
no,
not
but
slacks.
slacks were a thing.
No, I look good. That's the difference. Is that you were
do
wearing?
look good.
You're wearing
You're not gonna
sneakers.
throw that in my
You got
face.
you got a t-shirt on. Like
You look like a fucking defendant. You look like you're trying to beat a drinking and driving charge. He doesn't have any priors, Your Honor. Look at him. He's wearing his Chelsea boots. He's a fucking, what do they call it, a productive member of society.
Trust me, when you're 25, you and I are the same. And I told you this story about...
How dare you?
When
You dress like you paint. Look at you.
This is one of the best episodes of Club Random, purely just to see an episode where Bill Maher doesn't just interview himself and bombard his guests. Burr bounces back at a lot of Maher's points and jabs that he makes, and the episode makes for a very interesting back and forth. You can really see the differences in Maher's and Burr's personas. Bill Maher comes across as a holier-than-thou elitist, and Bill Burr's everyman persona really shines through and makes for an excellent combative presence for Maher's usual shtick.
Now, there's many ways you can handle it. I mean, we see a lot of Nepo babies. We see a lot of...
I love that Nepo baby. Everybody's a Nepo baby.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. If your dad's a dentist and you become a dentist, now I don't give you credit for being a dentist because your dad was filling teeth.
What a dumb analogy.
Why?
Because we're talking about Nepo and we're talking about in
You are.
I am?
That's what you're talking about. No, it's that the Nepo baby. Your dad has a construction company, you take it over. Does somebody call him a Nepo baby? No, it just becomes, Sanford and Son.
Yeah, but it's a little more pronounced when it's in the arts because you have this...
I hate that word.
Why?
Pronounced.
My absolute favorite part of this podcast episode, though, is when Bill Burr exemplifies what the late, great Norm MacDonald said about Bill Maher. Norm always thought that you shouldn't try to prove that you are smarter than your audience as a comedian, because the audience would tend to hate you.
A comedian, what he should be doing is being funny. That should be his goal, to be funny. I feel some comedians, their goal is to be smart. And the funny is like a collateral thing. They want to be seen as smart. Your friend Bill Maher, for instance, he wants to be seen as an intellectual.
Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller. But Letterman understands, he's smarter than both of them. He understands, play the dumb guy, Play the everyman. Nobody likes a guy smarter than them. That's the worst guy you can be. A guy smarter than the audience. They're gonna hate you,
Yeah, it's a very good observation.
Bill makes fun of Bill about this in the episode, and it's just hysterical. Check it out.
Yes, one reason they are prima inter pares among rock gods is that they...
I've never heard all of those words. Was that 3 words? Was that 2 words?
That's Latin for first among equal.
Don't you save that for your parties when you're wearing your smoking jacket? I'll tell you, that Bill Maher is really smart. He is really well-read. He just said prima para vardes.
Prima inter pares.
Inter pares.
You know what? I'm not the bad guy because I know more. Okay, can we just get
That's
that?
right. Don't
can
make
we just
me- don't make me-
Chiron that?
exactly.
I'm not the bad guy because I know things. I apologize.
You should say, I'm sorry, I'm not stupid, Bill.
Point-
That's what you should have said.
You're right.
That's what you should have said.
As cringe as I find Bill Maher at times, like I said before, I've watched a lot of his content, and I really do think that these two, Bill and Bill, would make a great show together. The back and forth between them was just too entertaining. And that's all I had to really say about this right now. Blah!